Alright guys, welcome back to the show. Earlier on today, KR asked me to put an update out there for the crypto markets in general. I am going to specifically pick on BTC because that's kind of like the guide right now for what the market's going to do. If BTC crashes, everything's going to crash. We should all know this by now, especially those of you who are new. If you don't know, this is exactly what happens. Maybe in the future it will change, but currently BTC is still a form of a indicator. And so, you know, when we see BTC going up, we'll see everything else moving up with it as well. Now, what I have noticed is like, and this is something else as well, like I kind of spoke about how I could expect to see a downside in the market if BTC goes to around 103. So I did have a plan, right, that I'm going to start dumping everything at 103. It didn't happen because we actually stayed slightly above the 103,422, if I'm correct. I think it was. Just to double check, I can show you the specific number I'm talking about. So I'm going to flip my camera here so you can see, and let me see if I can just push this. Yeah, so 103.44, yeah, 442, and you can see we held that as support. That's quite important to understand that, yeah, we held support there. We didn't bleed out, so that means the bulls were protecting it as much as possible, which is great. But does that change the plans a little bit? Kind of, yes and no. So on the daily, we are going to see us moving back forward again. But for us to see anything significant right now, we need to get back to around $120,000, right? For us to be on a bullish kind of an attitude. So right now, for me, the way I'm looking at it is I'm going to play cautious. I'm still in the game. I haven't exited. What I have the opportunity to do now is move my stop loss. So if we're sitting at 110,000 or currently sitting at 110,400, yeah, so it was up 111 last I checked earlier on today. So if we're sitting around 110,000, I can now move it from 103 to maybe 105, maybe 106. So that's another strategy that I would use, so that way I can keep maximum if anything was to go, if anything was to happen on the downside. So all I'm doing is just moving my stop loss. On the upside, I don't really care. Let it go as high as it wants. You know what I mean? Because what I want to do is take my funds out and be able to use that funds to buy cheaper. That's the only plan that I have. You know what I mean? So I just thought I'll give you guys a little update. So what I am looking at right now, so we are going to see some resistance around the, and I'll tell you right now, there should be some resistance around the 118, approximately 118,000 to $120,000. There's a bit of a zone there. We may see some resistance there. If we can break past that resistance, then yeah, we might even see a new all-time high. And if we don't, then we could see a rejection back down towards the 103k, as I mentioned just a little while ago. So it's better to play safe. That's all I'm going to say. Now, there is another thing I wanted to mention. So according to some mathematics, right, and you guys have heard me talk about this before as well. I mean, I've been talking about this for maybe a year now. I've said, look, how I'm expecting BTC to go to around $133,000 to $137,000 based on some maths. Now, as we have progressed and as the charts have changed and the numbers have changed, so does the analytic, right? It changes as well. And just for you guys, right, and this is not a financial advice, but do understand what the charts kind of talk when they talk. What did they say? So like on Discord, I tried to explain something the other day. I said, look, if you start looking at how the numbers work and the percentage works, if we start dumping towards $103,000, then we don't really have much support until like $98,000, and then $98,000 is not even that strong. So then we're going to go to $78,000 or $79,000. And then if we can't hold that, we're down to around $69,000. So you know, it's almost like close to 45% below the all-time high. So it doesn't take long for us to enter the bear market territory, right? Official bear market, which is actually the 50% of the value of the coin. However, on the upside, something fascinating has happened. So the 133 is still a number I'm going to stick by, but for those of you who like a bit of how would I say it, a bit of hope, and you know, to look forward to something bigger, the number currently that I'm seeing is around 200,000. So, which is quite funny because now that we haven't even reached the 137k, 133 to 137k, But it seems like if we do go there, according to the charts, we could potentially push towards 200,000. Now, how much of that is real and how much is probable, it's a different story. But it's definitely probable, as long as we can hold those big numbers. So just a quick short one, nothing too big. I don't really have much time. I'm actually about to meet someone and they've just arrived. I just saw them drive past me. So what I am going to do, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'm going to catch you guys on another one. Of course, if you guys need updates like this or something, or just you want me to talk, right, by all means let me know in Discord or something. And of course, my name is Sham, this is your File. The truth is always out there, and most of the truth is either on Discord or here. It's for the public to see. Other than that, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you on another one very soon. Adios, my amigos.